It's a beautiful spring day, at least in the Northeast, and for a lot of people, that means time for spring cleaning, which also means a trip to Home Depot. I'm Jack Otter, editor of BARRON'S.com. I'm here with Jack Howe, a senior editor at the magazine.
I knew I forgot something. Cleaning. That's
cleaning,
what I was supposed
yes,
to do
you
this
need to clean house. Well, you live in an apartment,
Right.
so that's a little different, but for people who have to worry about gutters and roofs and lawns to mow,
Right.
of course, this is the time of year you go and stock up. Avi Saltzman says it's time to stock up on the stock.
Yeah, Home Depot really riding a housing recovery. A couple of different things going on. Better housing numbers, an opportunity to win some market share from Sears, which of course is struggling right now, and some efficiency improvements with Home Depot, getting a network of warehouses to better supply stores and keep better control of its inventory. So improving on a lot of different levels. Now when he argues the stock looks cheap, and it's up, I saw it earlier this morning, was it up 1%
Little over 1% for a big cap. That's pretty good. The stat that jumped out at me from that story was an ROE of 36%. That does not sound like a company that sells white goods.
Right.
I mean, that's impressive.
That's an incredible number. And one thing that's nice when you're generating internal returns that are that high, it kind of says to investors that this is a company that may still have potential to expand or has a lot of different options available to it.
Now let's move on to the Andrew Berry Daily Double. We got to start with Sarepta.
Sarepta, yeah.
This is a muscular dystrophy drug that he said, he's been saying for months actually, has good prospects.
He thinks that Wall Street is underestimating the demand by patients for the FDA to really take a look at this drug and try to get an approval quickly. So it affects 15,000 boys in the U.S. It's a disease that is often fatal, and so there are petitions out there, and people really want the FDA to take a hard look at it. And there was news on it.
So Andrew wrote about it over the weekend. This morning, the company said that in fact it was, sending a new application to the FDA. And the story that Andrew tells, I mean, if these two boys, one of them was accepted for the trial, and he is now riding a bicycle. His older brother was not eligible and is in a wheelchair. Yeah. And the mom says, I can't take this. Give my older boy access to this drug. To me, that sounds like the sort of thing, especially maybe in an election year, that could get fast track and get moved. That stock is up 50% today, and Andrew says it could be up another 50% if in fact this drug goes through.
Absolutely, and we got a double dose from Andrew this week because he also had a follow up on Revlon. He said Revlon still looks cheap, and that stock was up nicely this morning.
Yeah, that always worries me. Ron Perlman has a controlling stake, and sometimes for Ron Perlman, Ron is the main guy he's looking out for. But Andrew says investing alongside of him here is a good move.
Can we talk about golf now?
Golf. Okay, talk about golf, Jack.
Dave Englander writes about ClubCorp Holdings. I don't know. This is the country's largest owner and operator of private golf courses. 160 clubs, more than 370,000 members. When you think of golf, you don't think of a sport that's really booming right now in terms of membership.
In fact, yeah.
Tell you, but
understandably,
sometimes, Jack Otter, I spend my afternoons searching at the listings for people who are selling golf courses right now. And I look at those prices and I think to myself, could I buy a golf course? I'm not going to buy a golf course. The point is, you can buy golf courses cheap right now if you're in the business of rolling these up and then trying to turn a profit. And I think if you've got companies out there with some capital behind them that are scooping up good deals, putting a little investment into these courses, fixing them up, and trying to improve membership, I guess that's a business that can make some money, and Dave Englander certainly argues so, and the stock looks cheap to him, and that's up today too.
Personally, if I'm going to spend hours at a fruitless exercise, I'm going to take my fly rod out and catch nothing. But you're a golfer, so I'll bow to you on this one.
Right. I'll swing and
and miss.
Hit poorly all day. Yeah.
Thanks very much, Jack.
Thank you.